Let's get to the trader rundown now. Michele Schneider, Director of Trading at the Market Gauge Group, joins us now. And you are actually watching the food sector. What are you seeing in the charts?
Well, we've been watching this since really we came back from the nadir in the markets back in March, April, because food prices started going up. And that's got some real fundamental reasons. We've seen supply chain disruption. We've seen a low labor force. And coming into this year with great surplus of food production, farmers cut back in terms of how much they planted, which is now creating food shortages. And I'm talking specifically really here about the grains. So we've seen it in the soybeans flying, corn flying. Wheat right now has been holding, but also looks like it could be poised to going up. DBA, which is the agricultural ETF, has been doing very well. And then over the weekend, I discovered FUD, which is an ETF that deals with food from Bloomberg. And that thing has been skyrocketing close to its 2011 highs. In the last 3 weeks, it's gone parabolic. So this gets me really a little bit concerned with all the hopes of the vaccine and the economy reopening, sort of, and I pun intended, chicken or egg. What kind of comes first here? Will we get into a hyperinflation that's food-induced, which will then force the Fed's hand to be less accommodative? Or will this be something that the Fed will let go, anticipating that production will come back and this will alleviate the shortage? But right now, I'm more in the camp of a stagflation for 2021.
Is this food ETN going up a possible sign of a low supply of food on the actual market?
Absolutely. We do have a low supply. We also have a change of psychology when it comes to food, in that it used to be plant a seed, buy later. Now it's buy now, plant seeds later. So when you get into a hoarding type of environment in food, and particularly when you have a country like China that has 1.5 billion people to feed, this really becomes a concern, especially if you then on top of that have an environmental factor, which creates problems for the crops, as we've been seeing a very warm fall here in the United States in some of these growing regions, which is also not so great. So yeah, all of this should be something that people need to keep an eye on, because it doesn't matter who is the administrator and commander-in-chief as we go into 2021. This is really something that everyone should be keeping an eye on, and that is a food-induced hyperinflation, which could actually hurt the market in the long run.
I know you don't mean to be all doomy and gloomy, but you are following the money.
Well, there's always money to be made in every opportunity.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.